Hello everybody and welcome to the June 2021 update from Clydebridge station. I hope you enjoyed the previous video where I was talking about Network South East. Now the video went live, as you know, on the 10th of June, but was recorded several weeks in advance. A few days prior to the video going live, the Network South East Railway Society announced the sad news of the death of its former chairman, Chris Osman. Chris had been ill for some time with cancer. Chris was instrumental in getting Network South East Sector Director Chris Green to be the honorary president of the society, and although the NSERS does not run a heritage railway, Chris was instrumental in getting the society to become a member of the Heritage Railway Trust, and he'd done a lot for Network South East, and he lived and breathed Network South East, though he did like steam engines as well, I might add. I had the pleasure once of actually speaking to Chris and telling him about my model railway and my enjoyment of Network South East, even though my layout is actually set in Scotland. It's very sad that Chris was never around a few days later to be able to see everybody's Twitter videos and photos and YouTube videos of the celebrations for the 35th anniversary of Network South East. And my condolences go to his family and friends at this difficult time. The Network South East Railway Society is on Facebook, and they're also on their own website, www.nsers.org. Links are in the previous video that I've done celebrating the 35th anniversary of Network South East, and hopefully somewhere round about there somewhere should be a little link you can click on to have a look at that video. But don't worry, I'll still be here to give you the update once you've returned. Now, I haven't been able to do too much on the layout this month, so it is a bit of a short video, but I will be doing the usual links to other layouts. And we'll actually get started by telling you to check out Dean Park Station. He's just took delivery of a couple of new wagons, has there David Watson. And Everard Junction, which is set in the Network South East era, he's actually just recently took delivery of a brand new set of buildings, and he's been making some flats and doing work on the street scene on his layout. So check those videos and layouts out, and also check out Michael at West Blythe MPD, who's a regular commenter on my videos and has come up with some ideas in the past. So we'll get on. You can have a look at those later on, but we'll get on now with what I've been doing this month. Now, this is a Clydebridge Central Rugby Union Club home ground, as you see here, and I'm going to be concentrating on doing some work on this over the next little while. The first bit of it has already been done, as you can see. I've updated the sponsor advert there for the team. It was previously a black and white design, if you remember. But what I've done now is I've actually changed it to the company's corporate colours of blue and yellow. That actually does have a link into rugby union, because that style of Wrangler advert was used at Argentinian rugby union grounds in 1994. I know this because I've actually seen a video on YouTube of Scotland playing a test series in Argentina, and that style of advert was there. Now, my good friend Matt Janes at Wrangler Europe, who's the marketing director, he's actually advised me that slogan is absolutely correct. The authentic Western jeans was in use at that time in 1990. To give the layout a little bit of a Scottish feel as well, if I just move along there and I'll zoom in a little bit for you, you can just see there's an extra advert I've now added in, and it's, as you see there, it has Wrangler available from Slater Menswear, Westgate Road, Clydebridge. More about that shop in a minute on the layout. But Slater Menswear is actually a Glasgow-based menswear chain. They've got about, I think, 22 or 23 shops around the UK as I film this at the moment. And I must admit, I've dealt with them before. The company, as I say, is based in Glasgow, and they have been stocking up the Wrangler products for many years, including in 1990. So that advert is actually correct. The only problem is that Slater logo is not authentic for 1990. It's a more recent one. I was unable to find their logo from 1990 on the internet, so I've had to adapt and just do that. It's one of these things you have to do in model railways sometimes. If you can't find what you're looking for, you have to just bite the bullet and use some artistic license. Staying with the rugby union ground, in the next wee while I'm going to be improving all of this along here at the top with these screws, as you see. I've got to try and hide these screws somehow, so I'm going to have to try and work out a way in which I can cover those screws up and retain the lettering on the stadium entrance. The way I'm thinking of doing that is using scale model scenery sheet card, greyboard card, and trying to put it along that way. Obviously I can't get these screws in any further, so that's going to be a little bit of a snag, and it's something I'm going to have to try and work on as to how I'm going to sort that out. I wouldn't mind having a go as well at trying to fix this roof and make that a little bit better as well. So that is going to be something that I'll be looking at in the future. Now, just before we carry on and tell you a little bit more about the street scene here, just to let you know, there's a couple of people to follow on Twitter. If you could check out Nick Mullins, rugby union and tennis commentator with BT Sport, ITV Sport, BBC Sport. If you could go and give him a check out, he's given me publicity in the past, and thank you very much indeed for that. Nick will be in the commentary box for BT Sport at Twickenham on Saturday after the filming of this for the Premiership Rugby Union final. My team Newcastle Falcons are not there. Hey-ho. Also on Twitter, if you could check out Horny the LNER dinosaur, search for him on Twitter. I'll see no more about that at the moment. And on Instagram, if you could check out Jester_artist96. He's a grime and rap singer who's local to me. And at the other end of the scale is a guitarist called Dean Chalmers. They're both on Instagram, so could you please check them both out. Now, this street scene, previously this street didn't have a name, but it has got a name now, as you have worked out from the rugby union ground. Westgate Road we're calling it. So in the near future I'll be making up street signs to put on a couple of the buildings, and I'll be calling it Westgate Road. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of work here on the Quadrant Park nightclub, just to install some doors in there. But that's a very simple job, and it might well even be done by the July update, you never know. Now if we move along here, I had a shop called Mars Menswear. And as you'll see, I've went and rebranded it to Slater's, there we go, Gents Outfitters. So I've managed to rebrand it as Slater's. I've already spoke about them, so it gives it a sort of Scottish feel, that, and it's and rather than all the fictional names for some of the buildings, we've actually now got a couple of buildings, well actually about 4 or 5 that have got real names on them. So that again was a simple internet search, copy and paste the name onto a file on the computer and then print it off. I had to actually resize it 3 times and eventually got the right size. It was still a little bit short, so what I've done is I've put it onto a little bit of Scale Model Scenery's grey board, painted the bits of it black, and then stuck the grey board over the Mars menswear sign. You can just see where it has where the grey board does end, but it's not too noticeable. And as I say, it makes it a lot more realistic, gives it a lot more of a Scottish feel to the layout. Now while we're here, if you could please check out Dudley Central, and he's set in the Central era in the West Midlands. And if you could also check out please Gowerton Parkway, both on YouTube, and also the Scrap Line, which is set in Network South East in the era of in the Exeter and Plymouth Lera depot areas. Now the last couple of things that have been done this month have been over here at the far side of the layout, and what I've done is I've carried on with the fencing here, and it does look rather roughshod, I know, but I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to fix it. I'll tell you why. I'm trying to give the impression here of a poorly maintained fence. Notice that I haven't painted the fence posts right at the top. That gives the effect of them actually being rusty. Now I'll actually show you what one of them looks like now, because as luck would have it, I have one here. So that's the Scale Model Scenery's chain link fencing kit. Actually, I'll zoom back out a minute so you can get a better view of that. There you go. I haven't painted it the whole way around, and you can see it just gives the effect there for some rust at the top of it, and some of the pillars are falling over. As I say, I'm going to leave it like that because that is actually just ideal. Gives it the very poorly maintained effect. What's going to have to happen next here is that bit of wall there that I made up myself in 2020 is going to get taken back out. It's useless, it's rubbish, and it'll be replaced either with more Scale Model Scenery walling, or I haven't made my mind up fully on this yet. It may get replaced with some more Scale Model Scenery fencing. Along here, I've made the decision as well this morning that this fence will come out, and I'm going to replace it with Scale Model Scenery walling as well. It will therefore look different from that, which is on there now, but I've also got this little dip here, and it's therefore leaving a bit of a gap on the fence, and I don't like that at all. It doesn't look good, so the Scale Model Scenery walling is going to go along there eventually, and it'll look different to that. Who said it had to look the same though? So that's what's going to happen there. That's going to be another job for July, August time, and then we'll get better street lights in here rather than that there. It just fell over already on one occasion. So I'm awfully sorry it's been another short update this month, but as I say, I'm just slowing the progress down a bit, taking my time with it. One other last thing to mention to you before I go, and I've still not got around to doing it, is I'm going to get that fixed round at the other side of the layout where I've had a bit of one of the dropper wires come out. I will be getting that fixed. It's causing no harm to the layout at the moment, but I don't want to just leave it for too long in case something does go wrong. Another future acquisition that will be coming, probably by August time, will be a Hornby track cleaning coach, which will make things a lot easier, especially for the tunnel section over at the other side of the layout and the ramp, and hopefully it'll start to improve the running of the trains again, because they haven't been running very well. I have got track cleaning fluid, but trying to get to the bits in the tunnel is impossible, so a Hornby track cleaning coach will be on the order of the day. So that's it for this month. Please enjoy your layouts and check out those layouts and other people that I've mentioned to you, and we shall see you again next month for the July 2021 update, when hopefully a little bit more progress will have been made. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves, enjoy your layouts, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.